Hello, welcome to Get Your Cook On, the show that encourages you to eat healthy while sticking to a budget. I'm Jonny and I'll be guiding you through this week's recipes. This week we'll be making stuffed peppers with risotto, and for the sweet we'll be doing some unusual oatmeal balls. But for the stuffed peppers, what we need is some extra virgin olive oil, some risotto rice, some nice mushrooms, parmesan cheese, some vegetable stock, nice sweet pepper and some celery. So what we're going to do first is get all our vegetables chopped on the chopping board, just to get that underway. Right, so we're going to take off any ends that we don't need, that may have just got a little bit brown, etc. And just chop these nice and finely. There we go. It's really nice celery. Brings out lots of flavours. We'll get that. Keep it to the side there. And we're going to chop up just a few mushrooms, like so. Okay, one more. Right, we'll get those ready there. We're going to get the oven on. 190 degrees Celsius, that's 375 Fahrenheit. Okay, gas mark 6. Get that all fired up, ready to go. And now we're going to warm up our frying pan. There we go. And we're going to add in some extra virgin olive oil. Just a tad. Add the olive oil. And just swirl it around the pan just to get it nice and distributed all the way around. Like that. And then we're going to get our vegetables in. Our celery, our mushrooms, straight in there. So while that's cooking, what I'm going to do is get my sweet pepper and I'm going to half it, okay? Not the easiest of jobs, so please mind your fingers. We're just going to go across the pepper like that, as evenly as we can, and just try and get it so you're in the middle of the stalk there. Like that, there we go, not bad. And you'll be left with these, lots of seeds in your peppers. What you want to do is gut them out. I just tend to use a spoon. The spoon's pretty straightforward, and you can start gutting your peppers like that. So you can get all that horrible seed out, because you don't want that in your meal really, do you? There we are. Just one nice clean pepper. Again, just in there and then down. A nice easy motion. There we go. Brilliant. Right. So what we're going to do now is add the risotto rice into the mixture. There we go. Just about 2 or 3 big tablespoonfuls. And let that just sit there at the bottom of the pan. But do keep your eye on it, because it can actually stick to the pan. It can be a bit of a nightmare. So just always give it plenty TLC and you'll be absolutely fine. Right, so we've been cooking the rice now for a few minutes, just so it kind of softens up a bit. What I've done is I've boiled the kettle, and I'm going to add my vegetable stock and 600 ml of water, just in there like that. I'm just going to stir that in, and then bit by bit I'm going to add the stock to the risotto. Right. Just so we're actually covering just the whole of the risotto. What we'll do, we'll let that simmer now for about 5 to 10 minutes. So what we've been doing, we've been adding the stock every 2 to sort of 3 minutes as it reduces. I'm just going to put a little bit more in now so it doesn't go dry in the oven when we stuff it in the pepper. Brilliant. Right, the next job now is to get some Parmesan cheese, just a little teaspoon, just slightly heaped, straight in there, and just stir that in, like that. And then we're just about ready to get this mixture now straight into our stuffed peppers, and then we'll put them in our already heated oven. Okay? Right. So bring these over here like this. What we'll do is we'll just pop that into the peppers there, just taking a bit of time. Want to get that nice and tidy. I mean, it can get a bit messy around the plate, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to go into the oven anyway. There we go. Right, a little bit more there. Just try and fill in all the cracks and the crevices. Very important. Get as much as you can in. Right. Let's get this out. Just try and clear your workspace a bit. Okay, and on go your peppers, like that. They look absolutely great. And they'll go in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. Right, 20 minutes later, let's see how they look. Oh yes, they look really nice, nicely glazed there. Look at that, absolutely superb. Now if you don't think that that will fill you up, it's simple. Why not make some mash and stick it on the side as well? There you go, 2 stuffed peppers, absolutely. Ooh, treat of the week. Right then, it's time for our treat of the week, and I'm very excited about this. We're going to make some unusual oatmeal balls. First up, you need 100 ml of sugar, 50 grams of butter, 400 ml of oats, with 3 scoops of cocoa, some vanilla essence, and 2 tablespoons of milk. That's how simple it is. So what we're going to start with first is we're going to put the oats into the blue bowl like that, and then we're going to add the sugar, and then we're going to pop in there 50 grams of the butter there, and finally 2 tablespoons of milk. 1, 2, I'll do a little bit more just for good luck. There you go. I'll pop them over there. And then we've got our cocoa. And we need about 3 scoops of these just to give it some flavour. So 1, 2, 3. Make it a little bit chocolatey. And finally, some vanilla. Bit of vanilla sugar there. So just going to pour that out. Just 1 little teaspoon you need. In it goes. Right, okay, this is the fun part. What you've got to do now is get your hands in there and get messy with it. You can see your mixture. Away we go. You've got the butter there, push it together. It's going to get stuck in your fingers. It'll probably get under your nails as well. But just really, really spin it round. Keep turning it, keep rubbing it together. Just scrape it off your hands as well, because it can be quite messy. That's it. And if you notice now, we're starting to take shape. It's getting a little bit more solid. Right, now what I'm probably going to need here is a little bit more milk. So I'm just going to bob back and just get half a tablespoon in, just to see if that'll help me along a little bit, because we want these to stick together really. Right, and they're just about ready now. So Try and get as much as you can off your hands. And then we're going to plate them up. Right, so what I'm going to do is squeeze them together like that, and then, look at that, oatmeal ball. And again, another one. Just really give it a good squeeze together, and it will stick. And you can just pop them down. Now, they might not look very appetising, but I can tell you something now, they are absolutely delicious. And all you need to do is, once you've made your oatmeal balls, pop them in the fridge for about 10 minutes, just to help them form a bit better. And then you can get them out and absolutely indulge. So there we go, another great tasty treat. If you want to get involved in the show next week, here's the ingredients you need. Tip of the week. So my top tip for this week is to shop late. A lot of the supermarkets have big rushes of customers throughout the day, and then after 8 o'clock they drop the prices. So get down to the reduced aisle, have a look at what you can find and bang it in the freezer and prolong its life. But don't get carried away, because you can end up spending a fortune. So if you've got any recipes you want to send through to us, please do. Get your cook on at viewio.tv. And maybe you want to check out some of the other great shows we've got too. Please do, viewio.tv. See you next week.